Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video, and this is a little bit of a special one because, as you can see, we have the Colombo right here, and I have not played this ship a lot. Even though I have it at on my main account, I have not really touched this ship at all. It's actually because of you guys in the streams requesting it that I have gotten my eyes opened up to this ship. It is pretty crazy, I must say. So the game you're going to be seeing here is a game I had with Clister Carl the other day. I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna play Colombo and just see what this thing can do. And oh boy, was I surprised as to how powerful this ship actually is once you really, you know, get some really good 16 shell AP salvos in. That's what we're gonna do here. We're absolutely gonna demolish one of these Montanas in a very close range brawl. But what I really wanted to talk about is I might have been wrong about this ship. So ever since Colombo came out, there was a post-nerf and a pre-nerf Colombo. Now this is post-nerf Colombo, and in my opinion, this is a very balanced Colombo. It can still demolish a destroyer or a light cruiser who decides to show broadside, especially DDs with this insane sap. It's very, very dangerous, especially a guy like me who plays Harugumo quite a lot, a very long and big destroyer. Yeah, Harugumo is prone to getting destroyed by Colombo salvos. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm holding my sap loaded just so I can maybe participate in destroying a DD a little bit. But I will warn you guys, I am not an adept Colombo player. I barely play this ship. So we're not going to be shooting at DDs a lot in this game. But I've always given this ship kind of a bad rap. I don't know why. I think it's because of the pre-nerf Colombo that it was just so good, and it kind of ruined the gameplay for a lot of ships, and they luckily decided to nerf this and definitely got a huge nerf because the Colombo became a lot more tame after that and a lot easier to deal with. It lost its precise aim, and it got some worse dispersion and higher reload from what I can remember. It's such a long time ago now that I actually kind of forgot. But what we got here in this game is we have a flank of enemy battleships pushing right here on encounter, and we see the sap damage there. We actually do have sap plus on this commander, but I recently swapped out for a normal commander since sap plus is not actually that beneficial for you in this ship. You should really be sticking to your AP, especially against something like a Kremlin. But the Colombo, man, I was completely unaware of how insane these 381mm can actually be. And the fact that you have 16 of them, just look at this salvo right here, it completely demolishes that Kremlin. And I was sitting here in this game being actually genuinely surprised at the kind of penetration you have with this ship. Now, I do think the Colombo is quite an easy ship to play, but just because a ship is easy to play does not mean it's bad. I would actually recommend Colombo to a lot of new battleship players because it is not the most tanky battleship, so you kind of have to learn to pick your battles and, you know, to not be the main target and not get focused, whereas a Montana or a Kremlin can take a little bit more of a beating. But as you can see here, these guns do not have any issues penetrating these battleships, even at the further ranges. And that's what I was really surprised by, because in my logic, something that has a pretty much the Bismarck caliber, tier 8 kind of caliber, shouldn't be able to do this well against tier 10 battleships, but I guess that's just how it works. And now we're going to swap to sap here because we do see this Kitakaze trying to make a play, maybe get some torpedoes off, but we do have a friendly Austin who is, he has activated his Halsey skill. So all this Kitakaze has to do is get spotted by the Missouri radar and, well, he's pretty much toast. And spoiler alert, guys, that's what's going to happen. So just watch this Kitakaze disappear in a couple of seconds. That's one salvo, another salvo. I think the Missouri Lituman gets one off too. Yeah, we all got salvos off on that Kitakaze, and he disappeared quite rapidly. Now we have a nice situation unfolding, guys. We have two Montanas, one on each side. They're both pretty close, and I'm going to utilize my last fuel smoke here. Now the fuel smoke on Colombo is really nice. Like, it's a fuel smoke 3, you even get 2 of them, and it actually completely covers your ship. And yeah, I kind of use it, at least in this game, I kind of used it to drop aggro so I wasn't the main focus. But then we just stripped 3 guns off the Montana. We took 3 of his main guns. Like, what the heck is that, man? I was completely flabbergasted this whole game. My mouth was wide open because of the amount of damage that the ship just dished out. I mean, how can you complain about a 30-second reload when your guns are this powerful? I at least think it's fair that the guns should be this good. And just watch this salvo, guys. I'm just gonna stay quiet. Oh, a Citadel Crisis, bro. On that Montana, man, he lost all his HP in that salvo. I was completely turned around after this, and now I'm like a lover of this ship. I have to start playing this more, because this game right here is what made me think, okay, maybe I should play my Colombo a little bit more. And I don't care what people say. This ship is fun as hell, and I understand why a lot of you guys enjoy playing this, and that's a 4th Citadel right there. I mean, at these ranges, of course, it should do a lot of damage, but keep in mind, guys, I am not running APCS in this game. We are running SAP Plus, which we haven't really made use of. So now we're just sitting here at a 123,000 damage, and the game is over, because we have 10 points ahead of them, and we have 2 full health battleships. But I'm doing something a little bit greedy here. Just a tiny bit greedy. So the enemy CV is a bot, and I have a spotting plane. So what I'm hoping I can do is, once I get in a close enough range, I'll activate my spotting plane, and we'll see where his planes take off from. Because even though we can't see the carrier, we can see where his planes take off from, and we're gonna use that to our advantage here, just to get a tiny bit more damage. I am shooting my secondaries here to make myself detected. That way, maybe the carrier starts sending planes towards me, and I have an inkling that he's gonna do that soon. We also know that there is a DD pretty close to me. I think it's a Yagumo. So I have to be pretty careful. So we activate the spotting plane, and I see his planes taking off. So we take a shot and just hope we get some damage. Look at the damage now, 123k. I'm surprised. We go up to almost 20k extra damage. There's 15k damage right there. Devastating salvo, and here comes the Yagumo for the rush of the century. He's got 14 seconds to complete this, and my reload is in 7. Now I was hoping he would turn right, but he actually decides to turn left, and my guns can't keep up, so we just, yank him a little bit with the secondaries, and that is it. Game over. GG. 141,000 damage in Colombo, and well, obviously, a lot of you guys who've played this ship a bunch have done probably tons more damage, but for me, this was an eye-opener of a game, for sure. Wow. I was completely blown away. So here we see my elite bonus. I go for the gun one. My equipment, I have dispersion, propulsion, and then I'm running detection. Now, the reason I'm doing that is, I've said it multiple times, is to escape and to not be the main focus in the beginning of the game. Colombo isn't very tanky. It does have a fuel smoke, but I would rather stay further back and not be detected as fast. That is why I take it. For the commander, like I said, I used to have Iachino, the legendary one with SAP Plus, but I recently swapped him out for my Napoli commander and redid the skills, and then I have my Iachino on Napoli, and these are the skills I went for on Colombo. Now, it did look a little bit different for the game you saw, but for my future games in Colombo, I am going to be running this setup right here, and I never thought I would say this, but I ended up becoming a Colombo enjoyer, and I definitely would take Adrenaline Rush over Mistweaver, because you only have 2 of those, and they are smoke 3s, so for me, they're not really that important. I'd rather have a faster reload. So that is it for this video, and it's a first on my channel with the Colombo, so if you guys have any tips and tricks, I know a lot of you guys play this ship and enjoy it, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will definitely take a look. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name has been BobLyn, aka PabLoon, and I am signing out.